Hi, this is Leah Virsik, and I'm at Mercury 20 Gallery. This is my exhibit, Above and Below. It'll be on view through September 5th, 2020. All of this material is made from jean remnants. This piece in particular is called balled up. And balled up means literally to roll up in a ball, and also means confused and frustrated, which I feel like is apropos for the world that we're in right now with COVID, with civil unrest. There's a lot of meaning in this work for me personally, and I'm really just kind of, in a way, trying to figure it out. There's capitalism, precarity, things that aren't okay. Indigo and cotton are products of slave labor, and that is what is within, those what jeans are made of. And so I find it a difficult material to work with, but also something very meaningful that I feel like I'm called on to work on. These two pieces are 100 flies each, 100 jean flies, and their display is inspired by a really funny story from Mike Birbiglia. He has, on his podcast, was talking with David Sedaris, and they were talking about the YMCA, and his mother took him when he was 5 years old, and she brought him into the women's locker room, and he had never seen a vagina before, and then he saw 100 vaginas. And then when he was 6, she had him go to the men's locker room, and he says, if there's anything more shocking than seeing 100 vaginas, it's seeing 100 penises at eye level. And I thought that was pretty hilarious about how, those early memories are really impactful. Initially, these were about, for me, all these design choices that are made when you're making a pair of clothes and kind of what goes into that. And when I have people look at them, they look at they look like knives or sheaths to hold knives. And I think about the violence that's inherent in them. This work is called Apart at the Seams, and I cut the seams out of jeans. Seams are what kind of hold a three-dimensional piece of clothing together and make it actually three-dimensional. And once you take apart the seams, it's only two-dimensional. The sewing machine here is for, or a symbol of repair, and this idea that we have the tools we need, and all our clothes are handmade, so there's room for a single person to work on them, and it's a community effort. These are individual fabric collages that I created with the scraps. And I value the scrap, like the remainder, that thing that maybe doesn't work for one project, but it works for something else. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. I understand it's kind of hard to to come in and see a show during this time. But, and if you can't, here it is in the video. Thank you so much.